Can you just do your eyebrows with the tinted brow gel, or should you just use a pencil? Or can you use both? I'm going to show you a model where I use the tinted brow gel and a pencil and just bring out the eyebrows without putting too much effort. You might have some hair that you can't see because they turned a little gray or they're just really sparse. I'm going to show you how to do a full brow look with the tinted brow gel and just a tiny bit of pencil. So please stick around. You might learn something. Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you so much for joining me. So today's not going to be just about eyebrow gel, but it's also going to be about the brow shape. This client has a little bit more of a narrow face and her brows are a little bit on the circular side, which makes her eyes look more round than she wants. So she wants a little bit of a brow lift. That is you. You definitely want to stick around and you might get some tips here and there. I've been shaping eyebrows for over 25 years and I am still shaping brows at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Salon. Some of you have come and trusted me with your eyebrows. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure meeting you. So thank you. Thank you for your trust. This model, like I said, has more of a circular look, and there is nothing wrong with that. She just wanted a little bit more of a straight look because for her, everything felt like it was going too far down. So I know you're gonna pick up some tips here, especially just using the tinted brow gel. As we mature, ladies and gentlemen, we get more grace in around the eyebrows. So without pulling them off, you want to put some color over it just for the day, and it's so easy to do. You guys ready to check out this model? So you do see her eyebrows. It's a little bit on the, not just sparse, a tiny bit, but there are gaps here and there. I am obviously going to shape her eyebrows just to give her a cleaner look and to actually lift the ends because her brows go a little further down here and she wants more of a lift. Now, I'm going to point this out here. The reason why I put those white outlines is that right on the side of the temple, it has receded, which makes the brows ends drag down further. And if you notice, the brow bone right at this area towards the end, it curves. Can you see the curve there? It gives it more of a domey look. And so that's naturally her brow bone. I mean, it just comes out a little bit there, which creates more of that circular look. So she has accepted that. I mean, it's okay because it's beautiful. It's her, right? But there's nothing wrong with using the eyebrows to kind of give it a little bit more of a lift. So that is mainly what I'm going to focus. Also, the pinch of the nose in a 90-degree angle, pinch being right here. You guys know by now that right over here in the pinch, on the other side of the nose bridge, that is where you want to know how far in to go. Now her brows are slightly far apart. This is the one important area that I always show the clients, but we're also going to measure for the arch area as well. Again, pinch, which is right here on the over the nose bridge, and if you go in an angle over the pupil, I say the pupil because it's that darker side of the iris, right? In an angle, kind of picture like 1 or 2 o'clock. In this case, I go further out, meaning slightly over the arch, just so that she gets more of that lift, okay? And then, of course, the most important area, which is this time it's the side of the nose, the right over here. It's not the pinch. And if you go right over to that corner of your eye, then you know that's how long the brows should go, right? And make a line if you have to, or use a little pencil. But just so you know, I'm not going to use it exactly on where the end should go because I want a little bit of a lift, but keeping some of those brow ends because, it's really important to do that, right? So make those little marks like I'm showing you right here. It doesn't have to be that obvious, but just enough. You notice that the white outline is showing right where the pencil is, but slightly below. And if you look past the white outline right over here at the corner of the eye, this is how long the brow should be or is. She's got some hair growing all the way down, even further past her eye lid. I mean, the corner of her eyelid, right over here. I'm going to actually go right where the pencil is and maybe a shy above that, just a shy. And she's still going to have some brow ends there. Now, the reason being is that, of course, it just adds that extra lift without compromising the ends. That's also very, very important. Now, when she was younger, this temple here was filled in a little bit more. It wasn't receding. So, of course, it lifted the brow ends, right? So These are just illusions that you have the option to do. You don't obviously have to do this, but try it out. I mean, you don't even have to tweeze those hairs. You could just put some concealer or a highlighter over it and it'll hide the ends. Okay, so this is what's really important. Now, the circular one that's going this way, like, you know, right over here, it you can see that that's her facial shape. And although she likes that full eyebrow, she likes the other side, right? Where it just kind of comes out a little bit. It's still circular. It's just not round this way. It's round going out that way. And you can just see just from the outline how, what a difference it makes. It just kind of lifts up the structure. So that's what I really want you to see and drive home. So underneath as well, you can see that the curve is going slightly up. The curve down here, there isn't much going on here, but it's just, again, it's kind of like a narrowing her face more. So the other side just kind of opens it up. Here's another outline that I want you to take a look at. Now this is also, just so you know, it's freshly shaped. I've waxed and tweezed all the strays down below. Waxing is very important when you have strays because it just gives it a thicker look. But you can see that the straight angular look at the top, because her brow hair is wavy, it's still gonna have that curve natural look. It's not gonna look straight because that's not attractive, at least not to me. The other side, that circular, you know, hook, that I think a lot of us tend to do that. So just keep that kind of straight angular look, especially if you have wavy eyebrow hair. So on her, the tinted brow gel is, I believe, I think this is brunette. It looks more like a caramel kind of color, but it's brunette. I'm pretty sure. I've been using these colors for so many years now. I don't even have to look longer than just, you know, oh, that's brunette or that's caramel. So this one is espresso that I'm using. You can use espresso or granite if you're my hair coloring. And you notice that the bristle, there's one side longer than the other. And of course, this looks just like a mascara one, right? So it makes it so easy to apply. The shorter side or the flat side helps to apply the color. Obviously the side where it's a lot more bristles, so the hairs are standing up, that's just going to catch the hair and apply it very even. I will recommend that you have a clean spoolie brush on hand, just kind of to separate. Now you notice that it's a very light application. You know this because her skin isn't moving. There isn't a lot of pressure on the eyebrows because it just gets too messy. So the longer bristle of the applicator, I'm going in reverse so it catches the hair. As you can see right here, it's already looking warmed up. You can see the hair strands more so. And so that's the most important part, right? So again, I'm not going to do too much on my eyebrows, but just so you see the way I'm holding the applicator and going in reverse and then going just normal, like you're putting mascara on. So that is the best tip I have for you. I have an old brow tattoo, so this is gonna not look right if I press too hard because I have mostly skin. So the highlighter here with the brush 18 is so important. I say it's important all the time, but really this is so important because it's going to clean up anything underneath. It can get a little messy. So that's why I'm using the brow pencil. Remember I said I'm going to use a little bit of brow pencil. This is very easy to use because once the gel is applied, you can, I'm holding up the highlighter here. Once the gel is applied, you can see some of the larger gaps. That's when you just scratch a little bit here and there with the pencil just to fill in those little gaps. Look at that before and after. So good. Just real quickly, I didn't get a chance to show you, but the highlighter is so important because you're just going underneath the application. You could also go over the eyebrows just to clean up any edges and use that brush 18. Very important to just kind of finish up the shape with this little brush because I use this like an eraser, really. Okay, so beautiful, right? Just beautiful before and after, but you know what? It's not that different from what she had, but just cleaner, tighter, and you can see the hair strands. Very, very important. It's just a beautiful way to show off your eyebrows, especially covering those little grays, and just make it look natural, right? But the most important thing is that it looks like she didn't do much. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you have it down, I have some clients that doesn't even bother with a pencil because they just love the way the gels have made their brows look. Now, the tricky thing is don't overdo overdo it. Okay, I can't stress that enough. If you apply the gel like you apply your mascara, which, you know, I love overdoing my eyelashes because I want them thick and full. But if you overdo it with the brow gel, it's very difficult to take it off. So please remember that, because if you try to take it off because it's gotten really heavy and thick, you can pull out a brow hair. So that is not, that's obviously not good, right? So just a tiny bit goes a long way. I massage my eyebrows with a little bit of oil cleanser just to loosen that up and just take it off without putting a lot of pressure on the eyebrows. So you want to be very gentle with that. By the way, if you've seen a little bit of shine or glistening on my eyelid, I'm obsessed right now with this new eyeshadow palette called Sugar and Spice. It's two palettes, but right now I've been just using the Spice because it has a beautiful, beautiful color in there that I use all the time. I don't know the name of it because it has numbers underneath, but try this palette out. It's one of my favorites. It's called Spice, and this is such a good palette to travel with. I believe in shine, even though you have mature skin and, you know, you've been told to stay away from anything shiny. This just has that kind of glow look. So don't worry, don't be scared of colors like that because it just gives it a dewy, I don't know, fresh look to the skin, especially on the eyelid. You don't want to go too crazy and put too much, but you know, everything is a balance, right? So I hope this has helped you. Please give me a like if you like this video. Definitely subscribe. Are you guys subscribing? And all the information will be in the descriptions, the colors, everything that I use on my face, that will be in the descriptions, because sometimes people are like, what are you wearing on your cheeks? And it's all about the cream blush right now. I'm obsessed. I will always now try to remember. I will try to remember to put everything down there in the description. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience. And I will see you guys next week.